Anyways. Damn, he just eats. He doesn't care. So, it's the next day. I've been awake. Feeling confident. What do I get for having been well rested?
What do you get for what?
Being well rested. Even though I slept like shit, apparently I woke up and my demeanor was amazing.
Any perception checks you need to make, or any alertness tests, or anything that has to do with the mind, essentially.
Okay. So physically I'm a little worse, but mentally I'm a little better.
Physically you're a little worse, but because you're mentally prepared, it will negate. So if you try and swing a weapon at someone, you still take a -10 penalty. But because it doesn't affect, because I mean, if you pick up like a heavy weapon, like a bolt gun or a heavy bolter.
Great sword.
Well, I meant
heavy
ranged.
gun.
Yeah, if you pick up a heavy gun, it'll still apply. But for like a las pistol or a bolt pistol or your long las or something like that, your increased alertness will compensate for your relative soreness and weakness.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, intelligence, willpower, everything like that, completely unaffected. It's mostly just physical things, like if you want to lift something or you want to climb, or if you're trying to run.
Alright, sounds like a thing. Let's get on with it.
Alright. So, Aristarchus, having had the first watch, you have the final watch, so you're already awake.
Yeah, I'm completely up.
Yeah, so,
I'm playing cards outside.
Yeah. He is the first to rise, partially because he wasn't scared shitless, and partially because he was the first to go to sleep, so... And also because he's been living here for like a month.
He's used to it now.
He's gotten into the habit of getting up at the crack of dawn, because he realizes that's what he needs, because that's the only way to make efficient use of his time. So he begins to pack his stuff up and load it onto the truck.
I do the same, noticing that that's what he's starting to do.
Yeah. The fire is still going, but I'm just going to assume that you guys have been tending to it overnight.
Yeah. I've been throwing his tarot cards in the Motherfucker!
He'd be so mad.
Oh god, you've released the demon inside of them.
Oh, sweet. No, but,
He's
so yeah, I'm gonna...
releasing him and grants you one wish, and then murders you.
I would like a card, or I would like a deck of many things.
A deck of what?
Many things. It's a D&D joke.
Oh.
It's a deck of 24 cards. Half of them are good, half of them are bad. So it can be like, escape any situation you want. I'm like, I don't want this motherfucker to kill me. But yeah, I wake up Kaladin and then we start packing our shit up too. Or I try to wake up Kaladin and we start packing our shit up too.
Yeah. So, you know what, I'll just let you go, because you rolled like three times with 3 degrees of success on waking up, so you're feeling chipper. But oh wait, you were also doing well on the thing. So yeah, you're -10 from.
That was before he vomited.
That's right. I'm gonna need you to roll another one because you had to sleep uncomfortably.
Thanks, Richard.
Fuck you, man.
Thought you had my back.
I did.
We'll just see how comfortably you slept. So
that wasn't too bad.
All right. So you also have to take the -10 to any strength-based tests, or any physical tests rather.
Just trying to keep you honest, bro.
Actually, you were scared shitless. I'm gonna have you take another willpower test just to see how you well you slept. All right, so you slept well enough considering that you have had 2 very rough nights and saw the thing that you were afraid of for the next couple of days. So it's really just impressive.
Alright.
So
you're a guardsman, you're used to that kind of shit.
I'm a badass.
You're gonna take a -2 to any intelligence-based test or alertness or awareness. You're gonna just feel like you're slightly off all day, and it's going to irritate you, so you'll be a little on edge.
Alright. Let's go. Get this shindig going.
You're just gonna have this faint feeling that even if you succeed at something, you could have done better.
Mm-hmm. All right, fair enough.
So, yeah. So you all begin loading your stuff up onto the truck. Both of you your items seem a little heavier than they should. You look over at Aristarchus, who seems to be suffering the same thing, but a little worse. He has almost too much trouble lifting his own items up onto the truck. He looks weary. He looks as though he didn't sleep at all. He has dark rings under his eyes. He's a little more pale than the first day you met him.
I motion to Kaladin to kind of help him lift his crap up, and I'll continue to load our stuff.
Yeah, I walk or
And his eyes are a little bloodshot.
shift over and try and push his stuff into the truck.
Didn't sleep too well, did you, Seer?
No, I'm afraid I did not.
Well,
It's not entirely uncommon, but still never how you wish to wake up in the morning.
well, hopefully, Stern Hope will have nicer facilities to allow us to rest.
Yes.
I'm just basically just gonna get in and start driving as soon as we're ready to go.
So, yeah. So you guys don't need to make small talk for this part or anything, but you do drive. You have to drive for a bit of a ways.
I hum the Bard song while driving.
Yes. So, like I said, the mountains seemed as though they were in reach. So, as you begin your journey, maybe 3 hours in, you hit the foot of the mountains. So, it is at this point that you must abandon the truck. So,
Good.
you either leave it for anyone who chooses to ransack it, or the next group to come out of Sternhope.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ain't mine, I don't give a fuck.
you decide against taking the tarps with you for tents on Aristarchus's, not request, but suggestion,
Advise.
in that you will be making a long journey through the mountains and you are all a little weary and you should carry as little as possible.
Okay.
But he recommends that what you do not take in the terms of tents, you should make up for in food, as it would be a waste to leave it to rot out here in the sun, as well as the fact that should you get trapped in the mountains, with as weary as you are, it would be best to have rations.
Yeah. I load up on food and water. Actually, no. I load Rex up on food and water.
Mm-hmm.
His ass has a lot of strength. I don't have that much. That'll let me carry much more, but he does.
So,
Yeah,
you all
so-
grab enough so that you're not over encumbered. It doesn't affect how you move through the mountains, but you brought several days worth of food with you, and you're only able to carry a couple days worth. So, should you get stuck in the mountains, you have enough food. Well, you have enough food to last you a week if you ration it properly, but
We got enough food to get by. We'll be fine.
yeah, you have enough to feast for the next 2 or 3 days if you so choose. But you begin your ascent through the hills, or the foothills rather, because it's a gradual thing to get into the mountains.
I'm gonna nibble on some food just to try and get my strength up as we start going up the mountains.
All right. You're both like, wow, with your perception right now, right? You're
I'm like
Like-
real wah with my perception. He's like slightly less wah with his perception.
because you, Danny, you got 2 degrees of success, and Richard, you got 3.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
All right. So I need you guys to make a routine awareness test, which is a +20. Richard, you get to add
It's a plus
an
30.
extra +20 to that,
Ooh.
and Danny, you get to add a +10 to it.
Perception plus 40 for Richard.
Oh, wow, I still failed that.
I saw so many things!
So,
Rolled a fucking 3.
you spot a shadowed shape standing atop a rocky outcrop about 100 meters off to the side of the trail. But with the sun behind him, it's just a silhouette, and you can make almost nothing out, and it just kind of disappears from sight.
Can I tell how big it was? Can I tell if it was like human-sized or like the general size of the thing?
It was too far out. It looked as though it should be man-sized, but due to the
But I wouldn't-
extreme
okay.
distance and the fact that you were looking up and into the sun, you realize you could have made a mistake. It could have been child-sized, or it could have been twice that of a normal man. But
Okay.
it seemed to have a roughly
Human
average man-sized height and shape.
Alright. So, shadowy figure. I'm not gonna tell anybody about this, and we'll continue.
All right. All right, so you make your way for a pretty long period of time. You know, you're traveling throughout the day through the mountains. So, there's still a trail for you to take, but it's too steep and too narrow for you to have taken the truck on. But you're pretty much just walking a mountain trail at this point in time. So there's nothing too complex about it. All right. So eventually you reach a rocky outcrop at the base of a steep part of the mountain, which you will have to climb.
Okay.
So as you
Climb test.
arrive there, we have it's literally just Aristarchus for a psyker, right? Neither of you have
Yes.
any psychic abilities.
Nope. You'd have to be a
Okay.
psyker to have any.
So Aristarchus looks a little perturbed, or more than a little perturbed. He announces loudly to you both, I can detect some psychic disturbances around here. Something profoundly wrong once occurred on this site. I don't know what, but it just doesn't feel right. You should probably look around and see what we can find.
Alright. Do I roll perception for that?
I have no idea. It just says he orders you to investigate, but then it immediately jumps to the next part.
Alright, well then I use search and look around for things.
Alright. It's just an outcropping of rock. There appears to be nothing there. It's perhaps something happened long ago, but as of right now, you see dirt and rocks, maybe some shale co-droppings, but
Okay. So nothing really of any interest.
yeah.
Okay.
So, I suppose you should take note that it's not a nice place, but there's nothing you can detect.
I
So-
get it, I'm not a psyker, alright?
Well, even for him, it's just a feeling.
Yeah.
He
All right.
can't see anything.
So,
So,
now that I've wasted my time searching around for things, what do we do?
okay. So, Now, I'm going to need you guys to climb for me.
I can do that.
I reach into Kaladin's backpack and pull the grapnel and line out.
No, that's mine.
You use this. You climb up first, and I'll climb up behind you.
What page can I find that on?
Grapnel and line? It's in the gear page. Let me look for it. It's
I think that's
like
Inquisitor's Handbook,
150.
though, isn't it?
No, there's
Oh, it's
grapnel
on-
and stuff. Yeah, it's on
Okay,
150.
cool.
It's a 100-meter thin, strong wire that allows you to climb. Where is it? Because he has the thing that basically makes it so you can't fall. But I think that might be in one of the other books. If you... Danny, what do you
What?
have?
A grapnel.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you only? How many do you have? Just one?
Oh, it's the... Do you have a clip harness or a drop harness?
I don't know.
Then no, you don't.
I'm pretty sure the one where I found it was in the Inquisitor's Handbook.
Yeah, it's not. It's right here.
I know, I'm looking at the rulebook as well.
Okay. But yes, he only has the one.
He only has the one.
Mm-hmm.
Aristarchus is going to be taking a -20 on all of these tests.
Good.
So I'm going to recommend you go ahead and let him use... It's a guaranteed up, right?
No, it's not a guaranteed up.
Oh, what is it?
It just add. Oh, I don't know. It's up to
Because
your
it doesn't
discretion.
specify here. It just says it's 100 meters. And once it's attached, you can manually climb or activate a powered winch.
Oh well, then yeah, I guess that would be an instant up.
Yeah. So I would recommend handing that over to him. And I mean, if he can lower it back down, he'll do that. But if not, I still recommend that Aristarchus be the one who gets to use that, because...
Well, you can reuse it. So I pull it out of the backpack, hand it over to Rax. I'm like, okay, you climb up there, and then you winch us up after you.
Do you have to take a ballistic skill test to fire it up and get it attached to a certain point? Because it...
No.
Never mind. Yeah, because I was just reading something about crossbows, but it's saying in a pinch you can use it as a weapon.
Mm-hmm. So Danny's busy apparently. It appears that his sister is behind him. Being pouty. Kinda pouty. I'm now entertained by the camera. Good.
I think she's waving, but I can't
I
tell.
think she was waving.
I will get in a fight with a 4-year-old.
Alright. My mom opens the doors and it's like opening up Pandora's box.
Just lock it. Anyways,
There's no lock.
let's put the futon in front of it.
I could do that.
I pulled out the grapnel and handed it to you. Told you to climb and then lower the winch and then lift us up. Because neither
Okay.
me nor Aristarchus is good at climbing.
I'm glad you have... It really doesn't matter because it's not like story-based that you have to climb this by hand, but it's got an entire paragraph. It's like, this will be a very perilous climb. And then everything is... You get like a +10 to all of your climb tests, and then you get if you fall, you get to make a +20 agility test to see whether or not you do or don't fall. It's going out of its way to make it easy for you, but everything surrounding that, all the exposition is like, this is a very dangerous cliff face. You will die.
Yeah,
And then
I
it's
know.
like, but don't let them die. Seriously, that would ruin the
That would
campaign if they
suck.
died before you got there. But
But
tell
yeah.
them how dangerous it is.
I'm gonna send my Imperial Guardsmen up so we can go and do all this shit and then winch us up.
So you took my grapnel out for me?
Yeah. Because it's in your backpack, so I just...
Thank you, Allie.
and told you what to do. That's a throne.
Clink.
Alright, good.
Alright, so you've all been winched up?
Yep.
Or is he currently climbing and he's going to winch you up?
Skip ahead 20 minutes, and now we're all at the top of the mountain. Or the,
Alright.
whatever we were climbing. But, yeah.
Yay.
I feel like this just got printed in the wrong order because it told me, it's like, oh yeah, you see a figure, and then like 4 paragraphs later it's like, you're looking for the figure that you saw like hours ago.
Good.
So I guess let's backtrack here. You just saw the figure up at the top of the outcropping, so that's why you were investigating. So he said he said he sees something weird. You took your perception test. You saw the figure up at the top of the outcropping. That's why you climbed. Now you're searching for him.
Come on, Zach. Get with it.
It's completely out of order. It's like,
Come on,
you see a
Zach.
figure, and I was like, okay. And it's like, there's something wrong here. You should investigate. Okay, you need to climb now. There's a figure there.
Alright, so we go and we'll
so
use search
You saw
to
the figure,
find
so
it.
now you're searching for him.
Yeah, okay. I use search again.
Um,
I walk around looking at all the rocks.
Are
I'm
you-
like, "What's up, bitch?"
so Aristarchus is just sitting there. He's moved away from the edge,
Mm-hmm.
but he's just sitting there. So granted, he didn't have to climb because he was just winched up, but he's still a little out of breath, and you can see, not from exertion, but just from the hot, dry air, his nose is beginning to bleed.
Good.
So he's just resting for a moment while he lets that pass. So you two are looking around, but he's sitting towards the edge of the outcropping. So are you guys either one going, like you're both just going like separate directions?
No, I'll mention to, actually, what's your perception, Rax?
41.
I'll mention to Rax that I saw a figure up here, because, I mean, obviously that would make sense if we're going to investigate it. And then,
Yeah, so you're not keeping it to yourself. When you saw it this time, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, there's something up there, we should go up.
Yeah. So I mentioned that to him, and then I say that he should scout out a little bit ahead of us, and then I'll basically be between him and Aristarchus, so if either of them get in trouble, I can move to assist.
Okay.
Because he's got the highest perception, so
All right.
he should be the one in front, and I've got a bolt pistol, so
Yeah, we'll be alright.
I got the DPS. We can handle it. Hopefully.
So he is moving out in front.
Yes, he's gonna be the one in front.
All right.
Taking point. Like a
You have
bouse.
a shotgun. That's what you're fucking done for. Come on.
I wish I had my combat shotgun though.
You'll get it back.
Oh, also. Never mind. We'll do it later.
Okay. Confused.
Can I GM roll specific stats for people, or do I just do a GM roll and apply it to people's things?
What do you mean?
Like, can I do GM roll, like ballistic skill?
You'd have to do GM roll, selected, straight up, and then write out like perception, like a pipe. Yeah.
All right, that's not worth it. So I'll just do like a
Yeah, just
normal.
do a D100 and then.
Yeah. My apologies for the delay. Alright, let's get back to that. So, 41.
Oh, on the bottom bar, on the
Yes.
bottom left bar, there is GM PC. That is in case you ever need to do a GM roll of perception. So you just click on one of our characters and you can automatically do a perception check using that. If you want to.
Oh, I go over to the actual character thing?
Well, you click on our character and then on the bottom bar you can click GM PC. If you have that in your macro bar, which you might not. Or you can just type in hashtag GMPC.
Hashtag or slash?
Hashtag. It's the pound sign. And GMPC.
Richard, you're not hip enough for that.
The pound sign?
The hashtag.
Oh, whoops, I have you selected.
Because I made one because perception is the most important role for a GM to be able to do.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you made that, thank you.
I could make other ones if you want, but I'll do that some other time. Bum, ba-bum, ba-bum,
Okay.
ba-da-da. Okay.
So, directly ahead of you, you notice a very battle-worn auto pistol just lying on the ground. So,
That's you.
yeah, sorry. That's Rax notices a battle-worn. There are broken shafts for like spears. There are a couple spearheads lying around. Most of them with like just the small end of the shaft that's been broken off, and they're mostly stuck into the ground. They're old, worn swords littering the area, but I'm talking old and dull and rusted.
Mm-hmm.
So you notice this because you notice the auto revolver because it stands out to you as being one of the few things that has not apparently been affected by time.
Not a revolver. Can I... I can't scrutinize because I don't have that one.
You can tell me about it and I can evaluate it.
Okay. Allie, I found a bunch of stuff up here that you might want to look at.
Oh, really? And then I walk up and pick up the revolver and evaluate it.
Okay.
Do you want me to just roll that? Or do you want to...
Well, I have to...
So, Zach, how does he
Yep.
die?
Kaladin, can you pick that one up for me?
So...
No, I'm
Since-
heeding to Zach's warning at the beginning of the campaign.
Yeah, since you walked up to it, and I rolled a perception check for you, would you take a toughness test at a -20?
How much did I miss by? Because this would be an awareness roll.
You rolled an 84, so 5 degrees of failure.
4 degrees of failure.
4
Okay.
degrees of failure.
So, toughness test?
Yes, at a -20.
I have a 16 toughness then, so...
You're
I nailed it! Fuck
wow.
yeah!
Lucky
My
duck.
toughness is 36, so I needed a 16 and I got a 14.
Alright. So...
Hopefully that's good. Hopefully it's not like, well, you withstood the first thing and then fucking all hell broke loose.
I just need to go up and see...
Also, just so you know, you can make perception checks. I get to roll my awareness checks.
Got
So
it.
it's my skill.
Okay, so it is... Alright. I rolled a bunch of perception checks for other stuff like that. Cause...
Yeah, perception you're allowed to do, but if it's anything that's dangerous, it's something that I can do. Because if I have something that's like a trap evaluation kind of thing,
Got it.
then I have to be the one to be like, okay, I'm going to evaluate or like scrutinize this for traps or something.
Okay.
But yeah, I
What
passed
would
the
you say
test.
is the blast radius of a hallucinogen grenade?
Oh, it doesn't say?
It says the range of it is standard ballistics times 3, and that or strength bonus times 3. But that's just for throwing it. It doesn't say.
Anyone within 10 meters of a grenade must succeed on a test or be overcome. So anyone within 10... was not overcome by it. Anyone within
No,
10 meters
but Danny
gets
is
affected.
close enough. So
Yeah.
Danny, would you roll a toughness test at a minus 20?
And he runs off the cliff, and I'm like, sweet, got a new revolver.
I wanted that revolver, you dick.
Well, you should have picked it the fuck up.
No, because I'm not an idiot.
I'm fine.
Oh, it's not for picking it up. There's a tripwire.
Huh, I rolled a 10. I'm fine.
Good.
All right.
And we're just
So-
like, someone was a dumb shit. Should have put a melt-a-bomb or something on this bitch. I pocket it. I'm gonna sell this to that dumb motherfucker in camp.
Anyways, yeah. So you guys just have an ornate with auto pistol, I said?
Yeah.
Did you really pocket it?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
Really?
Yes. You didn't fucking pick it up, you wuss. I picked it up and a grenade went off, so I was like, oh, I earned this.
So Aristarchus was too far behind to be affected by that, but
Okay.
he noticed it, and so
I'm gonna start
Um,
doing tricks with it. I'm gonna unload it first. I don't want this thing to go off in my face.
So he wanders over slowly, waiting for the cloud to dissipate, realizing that in his weakened state he would probably be overcome by its effects.
Dude, let's fuck with him.
Yeah. Get the guy who's central to the plot to jump off the cliff.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean like pretend we're under the effects of a hallucinogen
Plot
and just
twist.
freak out right in front of him.
You could. You'd have to take an intelligence test to see whether or not he passed it. And in his current state, he probably wouldn't. You
Why
very
would he need
easily
an
could.
intelligence test?
What?
Why would he need an intelligence test?
It's under the hallucinogen page. It shows that,
Oh, to fake symptoms.
yeah, to
Oh.
fake symptoms, you can do that, and someone has to take
It'd be a
that is-
scrutiny test.
Yeah,
So
so,
it's perception.
yeah, but it's just a standard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it says to pass an intelligence test to see whether or not.
Oh, so I can just fake it, and then they have to
Yeah.
figure out if I didn't. Okay. Anyways, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
Moving on. Cloud dissipates.
Yeah. So the cloud is dissipated, and he wanders over to inform you that you are on the
Drugs.
site of an old battleground, which explains all of the weapons strewn across the ground. I take back my previous statement about rust, realizing now how fucking stupid that would be in a dry, hot area for there to be rust in the middle of a desert.
To be fair, like if you shot somebody, it could rust their armor because the blood would come out.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like the entire blade was.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's not a thing.
Yeah. I wasn't taking the location. I was just like, oh, it's an old battlefield. And I was thinking like grassy
Yeah.
plains or
no. Desert mountain.
Scotland. Where the fog would do it after a week. But not really.
Anyways, I said cool story.
Yeah, cool story. So, site of an ancient battleground.
He doesn't care that a grenade just went off in both of our faces.
I don't care. I got a pistol out of it.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Pistol. What?
If you picked up the fucking pistol, it would be, but you didn't. You let me do it.
He warns you to be careful.
I turned to Rax and be careful.
I don't know why I'm narrating this third person. I could very easily just pop into character and be like, "Hey guys, stop it."
Rax, be careful, and I put the gun in my...
Rex, what were you doing?
God, man, come on!
Seriously.
There could have been a grenade under that.
Take a fucking awareness test, man. Don't let the GM roll that shit for you. Which, by the way, I would like to point out, I did a bunch of secret rolls, and you guys...
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, stuff,
The
that
only
went
thing...
a lot better for you than it could have.
Yeah. The only thing that you get to roll on are base stats.
Yeah, fair enough.
Unless you're like, do you have X skill? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, okay.
Oh, well, I meant I was doing a bunch of rolls as like a random number generator to determine what it was that you got, or what it was that was supposed to entice you over there. How noticeable the trap was, what the trap was.
Anyways, I feel good about it. I got a free gun out of this.
Yeah, you could have gotten a better gun. The trap could have been more noticeable.
It could have been
It
worse.
could have been a much worse trap, and you could have been like, "Hey, I got a free crack grenade out of this."
But it wasn't, so I'm fine.
Yep.
Let's go.
So, anyways,
And Kaladin's
As
just
we
mad
continue-
that I stole his gun. Kaladin's just mad that I took his gun.
Yeah.
He wanted it so bad.
So, before heading back down, you continue searching the area. There's still no sign of the figure anywhere, so you're just up on top of some rocks, so it leads in the wrong direction for Stern Hope, so you have to go back down to follow the path. But it is a large outcropping of flat rock, which is why a battle would take place there, because it's not like just fucking Dragon Ball Z where there's just like one rock up down on top of another one. Two people climbed up there to fight.
Yeah.
But in your search, you come across a large, crude rendition of a pictograph of a bird grasping a skull in its talons, burned into a flat sheet of rock. And the area around the pictograph is still hot to the touch. So,
That's exciting.
you guys are doing the searching. Aristarchus is sitting still, so...
I don't think I have anything that would let me... I have common lore Imperium. Would that allow me to help? Like, look at that? And be like, what the fuck's this about?
It would, actually.
'Cause it's like an Aquila, isn't it? Or it would be like... Because it's you said it's a raptor, so it's a bird.
Yeah, so... Do you want to call Aristarchus over, or...?
Yeah, sure. I'll call him over and be like, hey, look, it's ye old Aquila.
So, Aristarchus makes his way over, and when he first sees the symbol, he immediately fans his hands against his chest in the sign of the Imperial Aquila and whispers, "Throne." Or rather, whispers thrones. I don't know why he's like... And he whispers, "Throne, guys! Just so you know."
Okay.
Anyways,
Noble gases.
That's...
so you said you have common lore Imperium?
Yeah.
Do you have scholastic lore legend?
No.
No? Okay.
Not until the end of the game. Like, I think I have to be max level to get that one.
What level is your common lore Imperium?
Basic.
Is it just base, or do you have plus 10 or plus 20?
38. Straight intelligence test, 38.
Straight intelligence test?
Yeah.
Alright. Go ahead and take a... go ahead and take the test at a minus 20.
Baby.
Give it praise.
Minus 20.
Yeah, I don't know why they made it so hard, but...
Can I do anything to his saying throne and see what he meant by that first? Because, I mean, both...
Do you know what that means?
Me?
Yeah. Not Allie, but you. Do you?
No.
Okay, I don't either. So
Oh, okay.
that's literally all it says. So.
Okay, but like Kaladin would, well, and my character would both recognize the symbol of the Aquila. That he did. So we would know instantly that has something to do with it. So I just want to press him on that. But I'll make the intelligence test for just trying to figure it out on my own. At a minus 20? So.
Yeah, minus 20.
Ah! Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me! I almost made that. Oh well. Oh well.
It was close enough that you get some information.
Okay. So what do I discern?
I'm sorry?
What do I discern?
Reaching into like the deepest memories that you have, you manage to vaguely recall some information on this. You can't make out the specifics, but you know that at one point in time you have studied or learned or at least heard of this symbol. You recognize that it's pretty archaic, and you know that it is tied to, or not necessarily tied, but it's associated with someone very important.
Well, yeah,
it's
the Emperor of Man.
I'm sorry?
Anyways, continue.
Oh. It's some kind of raptor native to Holy Terra. But which one, you're not entirely certain. And the blackened skull it carries is a variation of one used by whomever the symbol is associated with.
Ah, okay. I get where this is going, I think.
But that's all you can recall off the top of your head. Maybe if you had access to some scrolls, you could verify this information, or...
So I'm going to turn to Aristarchus.
Okay.
And be like, what's a symbol of the Imperium doing here?
His gaze is still upon... His gaze lies upon the symbol, but you can tell that he's looking past it. He's looking elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And very mutedly, but still with an apparent ecstatic tone, he says, "Indeed, this is an age of miracles." And unconsciously moves his hand to his deck of tarot cards, but says nothing else.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna kneel in front of the sigil and do the Imperial Raptor. Or the Aquila salute, rather.
Aristarchus takes no notice of this. His mind already wrapped up.
I don't. It's not for him. It's for me. This is role playing.
Okay.
This isn't metagame. This is something my character would do.
Okay.
And it's also something Rax would do.
Oh, okay. I'll do it.
These were your brothers from like millennia past, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the Aquila. That's the symbol of the Imperial Guard, or the Imperium at large.
Okay.
And it's in a battlefield. So
that's exciting.
Do this.
All right.
Show your respect, douche.
So
sorry, I have difficulty telling when you're actually doing something for your character, Richard, because your character is in the metagame. You know a lot about this game, and you know a bit about role-playing and character motivation. In the game, your character is manipulative. So when you do something, I'm like, well, it's obviously not her. What's our angle? What's Richard doing?
So yeah, we're gonna do that, and then I guess just leave if there's nothing else here for us.
Alright, so you're just gonna winch yourself back down the cliffside?
Yep.
And
continue heading down.
So, And you continue your journey along the path, and it is just before nightfall that you arrive at Sternhope.
Huzzah!
Oh, never mind. I was just reading that wrong. So as soon as he's off the phone,
Yeah.
I'll read story-based stuff. Not rushing him. You don't have to.
Sorry.
Huh?
Sorry, my
was.
stuff go.
Go!
As darkness begins to fall, the foothills rise to either side of the road, and the path snakes around the increasingly mountainous terrain until you last see lights glimmer ahead, growing brighter until you can make out some sort of settlement centered on a broad hill. You continue until your path is barred by a rough wall of crudely piled up stone and black flint. Watch fires burn along the top of the wall, and you see numerous guns jutting out, silhouetted against the firelight. As you get closer, a pair of heavy wire mesh and steel gates set into the wall swing open, and a tall figure walks forward, wrapped in dark cloak with a rifle slung over his back. In his hand, he carries an axe held high. He waves for your vehicle to stop. What the fuck? It told me to abandon the vehicle.
Good.
Bullshit. It's like, hey, you have to get out of the vehicle because you're climbing the mountain. And he's like, yeah, bring your vehicle in here.
You know, it might have literally been we drove up, I saw the thing, so we got out, climbed up, did the searching, came back down, got back in the vehicle, and continued on the road.
All right, whatever.
Let's just go with that.
It's been
Yeah,
retconned.
that sounds fair.
You didn't abandon your vehicle. It's been there the whole fucking time.
Yeah, no, we're fine.
You drove.
Continue.
Fuck this story.
If you ever read ahead, you would be able to retcon this
I
before
did
we
read
got
ahead.
to.
I told you that's what I was doing earlier. I just forgot.
Alright, finish your narrative arc.
Anyways, he waves for your vehicle to stop and for you to dismount. Aristarchus orders you all to comply and adds that you should make no sudden moves. Once you are on the ground, the man walks closer and glares at each of you. He seems to consider for a time, then in fluid movement, he bows deeply, saying, "Welcome, servants of the Emperor. You are free to enter."
Oh.
Can I ask him his name?
No.
Good. Alright, then I enter.
He bids you welcome and walks away
Okay, fine.
and ignores you.
Then yeah, I enter.
He's not people friendly.
Okay. Enter with Aristarchus.
He's a tech priest.
I know that because I read ahead, Richard.
I don't know, man. The car, it just seems like it keeps teleporting places.
Yeah. Fuck that. Fuck the order of the paragraphs on this. I don't like this page.
Okay.
Why didn't we just teleport here with the car?
Everything on the previous page was fine, except for the fact that it gives me a scripted thing, but then I have to rely on fucking random number god.
RNG! Because I think we're supposed to be playing this with like almost 6 people. Like I think this is a 4 to 6, and we're playing it with 2 people.
Really? Yeah. Oh, jeez. We're gonna die.
So
no, I took a look because like most of the
it's bound
fights
to
are like
happen that one person can do this, but
most of the fights are like, you know, add the number of players they are plus X amount of people. So it's balanced to where if you're playing with a lower or higher party than it expects, it'll be okay.
still, I feel as though this page is like a misprint or something because
it could be. They might have fixed it in the erratas later.
Mm.
Anyways, what are we doing now?
Alright, do you want me to describe the sights and sounds of Sternhope to you?
Can you put us on the Sternhope map?
Ah, yes. That should probably be a thing that I do.
Because I'm pretty sure that... Well, I'm not pretty sure. I know because I'm the one that put the pictures on here. But Sternhope's the thing, and we have a map for it.
So zoomed in.
Yeah. Go to like 20%. 20% is the thing. Look at that bitch. Alright. So we have a cathedral. Alright, yeah. Describe the sights and sounds as we walk in.
Okay.
And also, which gate are we at?
Yeah, that was my next thing because I have no idea. Because it tells me that you're about to drive up on the main road.
All right, so I'm assuming that that's where the
Yeah, I'm assuming you came from the west because
yeah.
you left from
Over
the
here?
east. But
Over here. Over here. Over here.
Anyways, while Danny continues to be a fuck ass,
Hey, that's not nice.
stop being one.
all right, this one is split up across 2 pages.
Woo!
So-
Kick back and just listen.
I get the feeling you're going to be spending some time here because they really want you to know what this place looks and sounds like.
I'm aware.
Fucking reading. Woo! A harsh wind blows through Sternhope and the air is filled with a chalky smell. God damn it, I have to zoom out. Sorry. I used the shit version you sent us because the nice version you sent freezes way too often.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good luck.
I've liked the being able to get through it quickly as opposed to being able to read it well. So, anyways, the chalky smell of dust and the musty scent of human living. Okay, that looks like a bee. At night, the sky is clear and the stars very bright. I have been told 3 specific times that there is no source of light at night, and it is pitch black out and you can't see shit. And now they're like, oh yeah, there's stars.
Maybe it was just pitch black for those nights, like it was overcast or something. Anyways, just go.
Perhaps.
It's not like we're in space. There
You know
are
what?
going to be stars.
Fucking pollution at Port Suffering.
Sure.
You couldn't see the sky.
We are in the mountains now. It would be easier to see the sky.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it specifically tells me on the next page that you guys can't see anything at night.
Good. All right, just finish the shit. Let's go.
Okay.
Fuck the retcons. Let's do this.
Alright. At night the sky is clear and the stars very bright. Low illumination seeps from the curtained doors of the dwellings and from the night fires burning in old promethium drums dotted about the camp. The smell of smoke and cooking blends in the chill night air. The settlement has the feel of a refugee camp and is composed of scores of haphazardly erected tents. This is way too blurry. I might actually have to pull it up on the other thing.
If you want, I can just read this if it's like one of the...
Yeah, it's the sidebar on page 372 and 373.
Okay, hold on a sec while I get there. 372 and 373. Sights and sounds steering home. Where'd you leave off? Low illumination?
There, about halfway down, so just to the right of the 2 L's in illumination.
The settlement has the feel of a refugee camp and is composed of scores of haphazardly erected tents, lean-tos, shacks, and the occasional flint block building, ranging from small one-man affairs to larger family-sized dwellings. All of these are arranged in a rough circle around a bare, rocky hill on which the outline of the great dome building is visible even at night. The people of Sternhope appear to be a mix of various indigenous peoples of Iacanthos and off-world pilgrims and mendicants? I don't know what that means. And many have formed families, often with young children. Signs of the imperial faith are everywhere, and as we move around the settlement, we find ourselves being watched expectantly from the shadows. I don't know if I'm supposed to continue reading that. Yeah, it sounds like stuff that I should still be reading. And some will even beg blessings from the Emperor, while nervous children stare wide-eyed as we pass. The locals, while a somewhat half-starved lot, seem in fairly good spirits, with many now at something of a loose end, since the cathedral is nearly completed. Given their harsh surroundings, many are armed or have weapons in the shapes of clubs, knives, a rare few hunting rifles, masonry hammers, and a variety of homemade spears, but little else. And that's the end of that. So.
Alright. Thank you very much. half that was too blurry for me to read.
No problem. If it ever has like one of those, I can just read it for you.
All right. Well, if it ever has one of those, I'll probably just pull up the other file and just suck up the lag that it produces.
Okay.
I think now's probably a good time to stop because at the next part I have to introduce a guy, but then he's gonna wanna talk to you, and you're probably gonna want to talk to him, and then after that,
So next
Aristarchus
time's
is-
just gonna be a long time.
yeah, and Aristarchus is going to tell you to go investigate around or just walk around and talk with people and stuff like that.
All right, then yeah, I guess we'll stop here for today. Yay!
Huzzah!
Short sessions, yay!
Where are you right now?
He's in he's house sitting.
Yeah, I'm house sitting for someone.
Oh, okay.
So, but
And next week we'll have Roger. Yay!
this room doesn't have a ceiling fan; it just has a big fan back there.
So
What
shall
time are we
we
gonna play next week?
same time?
Okay.
Same grim dark
Same
time?
bat channel, same bat time.
Yeah. Do you want to do the endgame XP stuff?
Sure.
Do you need
Not
me
a whole lot.
Do you need me to send anything to you, or
What about?
just do you want the endgame list that I usually do? Not that I
if
think
you
we've
would,
done
yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
But alright, I'll send that to you. Ba-ba-ba-bum, bum.
Da-da, da-da-da.
Shit. I have to unfull screen. Click to Zach. Paste. Back to Dark Heresy. Full screen. Alright. I pasted it out on Skype for you.
Okay. Oh, that's right. No rush on it, Danny, but at some point in time, make sure... I'm also going to need yours too, Richard, because I don't think I got them. Make sure you guys send me your bonds.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I was waiting until Roger was done with his, and then I was gonna...
Okay.
So,
Yeah, so
I guess
if
by
he's here
Friday
next
we'll
week-
do it. Like, we'll get it done by Friday, because he'll be back
Okay.
today,
Yeah.
and we can just do it.
So,
Yeah.
up until this point, you guys have been fairly... Well, I guess I can't say heavily railroaded, because if you were heavily railroaded, I would literally just be reading it.
Mhm.
But you've still been pretty forced to go in certain directions, but with time to expand upon it. So there hasn't really been any time to complete bonds or anything like that, so I'm not worried about it
Yeah.
for the last 2 weeks.
Wow, we've done literally nothing in this except eliminate the Ashleen dead guy threat to the Imperium. Alright.
Yeah.
Good job. It's a good
So-
session. This is literally us walking for 2 hours.
I don't know, show of hands. 50 experience or 100 experience? I don't know how that would work with the show of hands unless I listed them separately, which I'm not going to do, but...
Okay.
Because that was a pretty not heavy, but I don't like to give things in increments of 50 unless that's like a bonus to it.
Well, we played for 4 hours, so that's 100.
We didn't start until 12:30. That's 3 hours.
Oh.
Oh, wait, you're talking about the XP?
Yeah,
Like the session XP?
yeah.
Oh, well, that is clearly defined in the book for this.
Yeah.
The reason that it's like that for me is because I'm super open-ended, so you can literally go an entire session without doing anything related to my plot. So, in the book, it's like, I think we get 200.
Let me pull that back up. Yeah,
Cause
yeah, but this is supposed to be like a 3-session thing.
No, we're on session 2.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay,
probably...
so you will cease to get any experience.
Okay. Except for endgame experience, because they usually give it that for these.
No, you'll get experience. Let me Fuck. I don't remember where it is.
I'm good with 100, or if it wants to do 200, then I'm fine with that. But anything would be fine.
Oh, there we go.
The only important clue I can think of that we did is apparently we live in a miraculous time.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, I don't really know if it would be defined as a clue, but the fact that there are bodies that we see as alive and then they're not. To me, I was like, that could be some of the psychic phenomenon happening.
Could be.
Oh, yeah, it says 50 to 200
Okay.
for this campaign per session.
So
yeah, I'll
whatever
just
you
give
feel.
you guys 100 each. That's a minor skill or
Mm-hmm.
something. So
Okay. Alright, that was easy.